Welcome back to another episode of the Revolutionary Girl Utena. Now, in the previous episode, it's been about 3 weeks, almost 2.5 weeks since I last watched it. So it's been a long time, but luckily I have my trusty notes here. So in the previous episode, it was probably, I love the previous episode. It may have been my favorite one so far because we got to see Nanami coming over to Anshi's and Utena's house, and she had this entire elaborate plan of how she's going to, because it was also, is it Miki? I think that's the name, right? It was Miki who came alongside with her, right, to study for, or to help study and do like a study session there. But Nanami had this absurd plan of trying to show Anshi as this like incompetent person or whatever, as this kind of like weirdo to Miki, but she ended up failing in every step of the way, and that was great to see. That was really, really funny. It was great. It was just everyone having fun. It was the funniest episode so far for sure, and I love that. But then at the end of the episode, we got a big revelation to Miki, right, about Anshi potentially being his sister, even though he has a huge crush on her. I think, was it the sister? I think so, right? I think that we'll see what exactly that means and what exactly. Maybe it wasn't a sister, maybe it was just a childhood friend, but I think it was meant to be a sister. We'll see in this episode. It's been 2.5 weeks, but I guess we'll find out in exactly what's gonna happen, what that means, what the implications are in this one here. So if you wanna watch this, uncut and unblurred as always, on my Patreon, down in the description, and let's go into the Revolutionary Girl Utena, episode 5. ミキ and Judy. Bong. Touche. I see, Miki is always striving to be perfect, right? The Sunlit Garden finale. Duel 5. The OST is so good. Anshi seems like, I don't know if I'm looking too deep into this, but Anshi always seems like she's just trying to please everyone else, the way she's acting. Sister, okay, I thought so. Ooh. Okay, interesting. そ that's why Miki is always striving for perfection, right? That makes sense. He's trying to reach that point. Hmm. Here we go. Wow. Yeah. A pretty wild thing to say, huh? Oh man, that's interesting seeing that from Miki because it seems like, and I don't know, maybe I don't know if I'm going too deep into the characters or not. I don't know how much isn't and how much isn't, but it feels like Miki is saying this out of complete, like, well, as I said, blinded by love, right? Because I have a feeling that Miki would not lift a finger if this would happen to someone that he didn't really know or care about as much as he did about Anshi, right? So it's really interesting that he's this I guess throwing this kind of like a big fit about it, obviously, because he does like her. And he's like, well, we are stumbling upon the basic human rights or whatever he said there, right? And I feel like he would not go that far, nearly that far, if he didn't really care about the person. So it is kind of cool. It's kind of cool seeing how this character is trying to be like this morally white one, but it feels like it is doing things or these things out of its pure own interest and stuff like that, right? Or their own pure interest. His own. a little bit of a selfish one, but also everyone here is pretty selfish if they want the power to revolutionize the world themselves, right? This is what I would imagine his sister would look like. Look at this guy. Okay, it is his sister. Okay, I see what's happening there. He's seeing Anshi as like as perfect as his sister and stuff. That's how the duel came to be then. Okay. Oh, come on, the goat! Ooh, yup. The challenge. Oh, here they are. The puns, though. Interesting. Where is their story going? Such an ominous song. Let's see.
どうしてもあの音楽を取り戻さなきゃ。だからどうしても花嫁が必要なんだ。君はピアノの前に座っている方が似合っているのに。まったくだ。気高き城のバラよ。私の眠るディオスの力よ。主に応えて今こそ示せ。世界を革命する力を。バラの花嫁は僕のものにしますから。たとえあなたを傷つけても。ピアノは好きですか？ええ。必ず僕のものに。やりますね。そりゃどうも。でも花嫁のピアノは僕がもらいます。こんな方法でか？私はエンゲージした方の思いがままですから。彼女に目がいってる。本当は自由になりたいんだと。僕が君を。僕が君の美しい音色を守ってあげるよ、姫宮さん。
I'm gonna talk more about Miki at the end, because there is some really interesting stuff happening here. Poor Miki. Yeah. Went about as expected. Yep. Miki filled his head with delusions. He got blindsided by love and fantasies.
また勉強教えてね。あんたさ、本当に昔ピアノやってたの？私でももう少しは上手いわよ。才能はなかったわね。興味もなかったけど。じゃあなんでやってたのよ。隣に住んでた男の子がさ、昔よくラブレターくれたんだよね。あなたのピアノが好きですって。へえ。その子勘違いしてたのよね。私がピアノを弾けるって。弾くときはいつも兄貴と一緒に弾いてたからさ。小さい時はよく間違えられたわ。私までピアノがうまいって。兄貴は天才だからさ、私がデタラメに弾いてもちゃんとフォローしてくれるんだよね。でもコンサートっていうか発表会の時、兄貴が熱出して寝込んじゃったから全ておじゃんよ。一人じゃ何にもできないのがバレバレってやつね。あんたの兄さんかっこいいよね。まあね。でも私の後はそれじゃね。
Aww.
ミッキー、昨日は油断しました。でもこの次は負けませんから。おいおい。
Miki's character, I was gonna say development, but I'm not sure if it's development, but his character change, progression is really interesting here. Okay. Yeah, so this was a really cool episode. Kind of a lot more character driven than the previous ones. I feel like the previous ones were either elaborating on the overarching story, or you know, the previous episode was just really fun and stuff like that, but this one was going deep into the entire Miki's character and how obviously he had this negative experience. He's been blaming himself for it, or feeling bad or whatever for it, and trying to reach perfection and stuff like that, trying to reach the timber that he's been looking for, right? Even though his sister said that, you know, she was never nearly as good as Miki is, or Miki was. Miki said that his sister played the perfect tune and stuff like that. I think it's more so, now the more that I think about it, I think it's not necessarily, you know, how good someone is at the piano. I think it was more so him being so attached to the person, right, and feeling affection to the person that made the playing of the person that much better. I feel like it might be more about that, because the two people that he heard that from is A, his sister, and B, his crush being Anshi. So I feel like it's more to do with his perception of the person more than their actual playing, right? That makes him see this entire thing. I was a bit confused with the entire sister stuff. I figured it out as the episode progressed, right? I wasn't sure if they're saying like that Anshi was somehow the sister. I didn't think that would be the case, because obviously they couldn't be twins. It wouldn't make too much sense, but yeah, okay. It was just him, you know, saying that Anshi reminds him of his sister and stuff like that. But yeah, really cool stuff. And I found it really interesting how Miki went from this just really good guy, and it seemed like just a fantastic like role model, everything, to just slowly over time losing his morals because of kind of being blinded by love, and also kind of seeing this as an opportunity to, you know, set the wrong things right and stuff like that, or set the things that he thought he were like the things that were chaining him down and stuff like that, like his past, to kind of correct it and stuff, and then seeing himself as kind of like a hero in a way, where he could be the one to free Anshi, right, from this oppressing Utena, never thinking for a second that Utena never, like, it doesn't really chain Anshi down in any way, shape, or form, right? Utena is the most, giving her the most freedom that she can, basically, right? And yeah, it's really cool how Miki was slowly becoming more and more what he's been trying to go against, right, and stuff like that. How he's been basically trying to take advantage of the entire Rose bride situation and stuff like that. Also, it seems like, I don't know if I misread that entire situation, but was it that the sister of Miki, was she having fun with the president? What's his name? Kiryu Toga? Was she having fun with him in the music room when she said that that's not the only thing you can do in the music room, or not? I don't know. Either way, though. Either way. Yeah, really cool episode. I really liked it. I don't know, it feels like this was, as I said, a lot more character driven than so far. Also, yeah, the more time that passes, the more episodes that we watch, I feel like Anshi is becoming more like of a clear character. I feel like the characters are getting clearer. It seems like Anshi definitely is I don't know, she seems very chained up and stuff like that. She seems like she's trying to please everyone. She's trying to you know, stay constrained in this box. It doesn't seem like she's trying very hard to attain any kind of like freedom. So I wonder what that's all about. I feel like we're gonna get to see more of her character as the show progresses and stuff like that, and what the reason behind it is. The only character that I feel like doesn't really raise any flags in any way, shape, or form when it comes to like their behavior is honestly Utena. I feel like Utena is very straight to the point, very I don't want to say surface level because that feels like an insult, but it seems like she wears her heart on the sleeve, at least so far. Maybe I'm gonna be proven wrong though. Utena is probably the least... This is gonna sound bad, but so far I feel like she might be the least interesting character in this when it comes to actual like complexity. But maybe that's gonna change as the series progresses, right? But I guess we'll find out. For now, I'm gonna end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.